think, when you play in the SEC, that's, in my opinion, the highest level of college football and the closest thing that you can get to the NFL. So I think that probably prepared us as well as, if not more, than playing anywhere else.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Hey, Mike. So, quick question about the Sunday game. I mean, both quarterbacks are really good at picking up man coverage. So, we would expect to see more like cover 2, cover 4, cover 6 type of defense, just to try to not play to the quarterback's advantage. But the big matchups are obviously you against Cooper and Jalen Ramsey against Jamar. Who wins both of these matchups?
I'm betting on us. We've seen what Jamar done in the league. He's exploded, and he makes a lot of contested catches, and it's going to be a fun matchup watching him and Jalen. On the other side, of course, I'm going to say myself, you got to be confident in your ability and confident in what you can do. So I know it's not going to be an easy challenge, and I'm excited for it.
So, better probability Cooper scoring a touchdown or you picking an interception on a pass to him?
I like me on the interception because I know it's going to be plenty of opportunities, so I got to take advantage.
Thank you. Tyler, Jamar got a jump start because he, like in the NFL, because he played with Joe in college. How long would you say it takes for a quarterback and a receiver to get synced on timing? How much practice? How many years do you need? And now the question is, what is your favorite route to run with Joe?
Yeah, it takes all of off season to regain the chemistry with any quarterback, regardless if he was already playing with Joe, because we run different plays, so you gotta figure out a whole brand new connection, But the thing that kind of slowed Jamar down was that he sat out the year of COVID, so he is already a year back. But him coming in, being confident player as he is, didn't take very long for him to come in. He had a few drops in the preseason games, but Burrow wasn't out there, and he was just getting his feet wet. Getting out there, finally touching the NFL ball, and going against a whole other team. And I mean, we all knew he was ready. It was just a matter of time. And once our first week came, everything started to come together.
Tyler, what's unique?
Coach, so I own 2 Bengal cats and I don't have any sheep. And I also have a blanket from Wake Forest. So should I root for you on Sunday? And more seriously, like the more serious question is, and I guess you just mentioned that, answering a question about Cooper Cup, but could you tell us which similarities and differences you see between Cooper and Jamar?
Well, I think there's a lot of similarities there. I think they've got great body control. They can torque. They can run by people, catch it over the top. They do a great job torquing and catching throws. And they're both really strong lower bodies. And so what I mean by that is both of them could probably play running back. They have that type of lower body strength, and so they're hard to bring down on first contact. They both expect to break those first, second, third tackles and then finish those plays off. And so probably 2 of the better college highlight tapes you've ever seen in your life. The Cooper Cup at Eastern Washington and Jamar Chase his last year at LSU. You went back and watched, probably 2 of the all-time great college highlight tapes, is watching those 2 guys.
What was it like?
Thank you. Matt, so you were talking about international exposure to media. So I'm French media, and my first question is, why is a guy not a French bulldog? That really hurts our feelings. The actual question is, you just mentioned you turned 34. You're now one of the most experienced quarterbacks in the league. Big Ben just retired. Tom Brady just retired. And we also see that there are more, it seems that there are more and more younger quarterbacks coming out of college that are almost ready to play in the big league. How do you explain that influx of, or like the fact that these younger quarterbacks are more ready to play now than they might have been like 10 or 20
I'm
years
so
ago?
impressed by what what these young guys are able to do. I think back to myself as a rookie and all the things I didn't know and how poorly I played, just trying to figure it out and learn, and watching these guys come in at a young age and how well they play is really pretty unbelievable to me. It's just a credit to those guys, the work they've put into it, the coaches that they've had to kind of help them teach the game and learn it. But it is outstanding to watch these young guys come in and play, man. They're putting such such a positive spin on the position of quarterback and doing such a great job. It's fun to watch. And sorry that it's an English Bulldog.
Cooper, over here in the middle. So Michael Irvin, who knows a thing or two about playing receiver, he said that one of your biggest assets is that not only do you know how to get off, man coverage, but more importantly, you know exactly when to go off coverage. So is it something that you've always had, or is it something that players can actually work on? Because Michael said that he never had that capability of knowing actually when to go off that you have.
Yeah, that's a good question. I think it's one thing that I don't think it probably needs to be coached more often. I'm very lucky. That's something that we talk about here a lot, is that being where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be there. Talking about the timing and rhythm of a play. It does me no good to create 5 yards of separation if the quarterback's still looking at the other side of the field. It just allows time. You're eating up grass, you're closing windows, you're allowing your guy to catch up to you. So understanding progressions, understanding where you fit in that progression, and how guys want to, how that progression is also going to speed up based on different coverages and things like that. So it's something that we teach here. It's something that I'm very lucky and very thankful for the coaches and making that an emphasis to us. And it's something that I believe it will help all receivers across the board. If you can learn that, if you can be willing to learn the ins and outs of your offense, where it's not just this is the route I have, but this is the route I have, and this is where I'm at in the progression. It opens up, what tools are at my disposal now because of that. What things can I use to kind of create separation when I'm supposed to.
Thank you. So you're 36, Zach is 38. There are 8 other coaches in the league, head coaches in the league that are younger than, or 42 or younger.
Nice.
How do you explain the influx of youth at the head coaching position? And do you think it's an advantage for the younger coaches to be closer in age to the players they coach?
I think I would say this. I think great coaches come different ages, different experience levels. And so I think what you realize is that, I know for me, I've been so fortunate to learn from a lot of veteran coaches that were willing to put their arm around me. A lot of these guys that have gone on to do great things, I learned from them that were a part of our staff. I think what people are realizing is that in a lot of instances, hard work pays off. It's a way to accelerate some of the experience that you might not have if you're working diligently and you're working hard. But I don't care whether you're 50, 55, 42, 38. If you can care about these players, help them become better, understand if you don't have an answer, how to be able to lean on other people or find that out, I think a lot of good things can happen. And it's about the totality of the group, the players, the coaches. And I think that's what you're seeing in a lot of instances. And I know I can speak from my experiences here. It's certainly being about trying to surround myself and being around people that are better than you, that you can learn from. That's why I feel so fortunate. A lot of the good things that have happened here are a reflection of the surrounding people here.
Do you see yourself still being a head coach when you're in your late 60s, like Bill Belichick or Bruce Arians or Pete Carroll?
Hell no. No chance. I love this, but doing this till 60, if I'm doing it till 60, I won't make it.
Thank you.